Hello, I'm Jason, host of Locked On Anaheim Ducks.
And I'm Robyn, host of Locked On Coyotes.
And this is a crossover. Yeah, let's insert that intro now.
You're Locked On Ducks, your daily podcast on the Anaheim Ducks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
That was ridiculous. Hello. Welcome to Locked On Crossover, part of TLOPN, or TLOPN. I'm Jason JD Hernandez. I'm currently the public address announcer for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Yeah, you heard that right. I do it for the Firebirds, y'all. Not the Knights. Go ahead.
And I'm Robyn Leaño, I'm just the host of Locked On Coyotes.
Yeah, and you're in that Arizona area. I'm in the SoCal area. And yes, before you ask, this is a Disney reference t-shirt. Do you know the reference?
No.
You don't. So, for those of you that are in the Anaheim area, you love Disneyland. You might like Disney movies. It's the fictional show from 101 Dalmatians. That part of the movie. You know how they're all huddled around the TV? Yeah, now it's coming back. Yeah. Gotta rep my Anaheim folk, my Disney folk. What up? I'm just gonna take the hat off because whatever. All right. So we're just kind of gonna mess around here a little bit because we got a little bit of time. Always could have more content. You know, we're not quite the content boys of old. Wait, what is that? What's the content boys? Who remembers that?
I gotta miss them. Those guys were fun.
Yeah.
I mean, now there's only one content boy left.
Yeah, sorry, other JD. Sorry, not so handsome JD. Let me have my shot. Anyway. First off, Sarah, these are burrito socks, okay? They're burrito socks, all right? And they're comfy. First off, Sarah says hi. Nothing she could particularly think of, but just overall thoughts on, this coming season, which we've kind of talked about, but maybe just one more thought that we haven't talked about.
Oh, God. I mean, I think the thing that everyone, no matter what hockey, kind of hockey fan you are, your eyes are on the Coyotes for another reason.
The arena?
Yes. It's the arena.
I could have said a joking answer here. I could have said, what, the concessions?
It is the arena. After failing at their election a few months ago, they're trying to find another option. They confirmed at the draft that they're currently in talks with about half a dozen sites or so.
Yep, but they got to square one away soon.
And they said the NHL has given them a soft deadline of January.
Yep.
The Coyotes pretty much, I think, were reported to be revealing their what they're hoping for by September. So we're only about a month, maybe to a month and a half away from really getting to what their new arena is going to be.
I think something that I haven't talked about is I'm kind of excited for the 30th anniversary of this season. They always bring back some of the old players, and maybe later this year for the 30th, the Ducks will retire number 15. They got to do that, right? Ryan Getzlaf.
Oh yeah. I mean, it might take a little bit. I mean, look how long it takes for. I mean, it really depends on the team how long it takes to retire a certain player's number. It could take either a couple of years after retirement, and sometimes it could take over a decade. I think it really depends on how much that player meant, and I think Getzlaf meant a lot to the Anaheim area. So it wouldn't surprise me if, let's say by, it's 2023 right now. 2025?
I could see it.
They retired the jersey?
I could see it next year, actually.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
Speaking of legendary players, Oh God, this could take a few minutes. Top 3 players of all time for each team.
Well, it's tough.
That's tough.
I mean, now I have to ask another thing: is do I count old? So Jets 1.0 completely out of the question. Okay.
So just the Coyotes. Just the Phoenix / Arizona Coyotes.
Okay.
I'm allowed my one. That was my one.
I mean, you're not wrong. You were technically right because they were the Phoenix Coyotes at one point for quite a while too.
Yeah.
Up until the early 2010s.
Yep. By the way, Robyn, am I still allowed my 1 shot per month?
Yes, you were allowed that 1 shot per month.
Okay. I used it.
I think number 1 for the Coyotes. I think there's no question about it. Shane Doan.
Oh,
I'm
kidding.
There's I don't think there's there's
no number 2.
If I did not say Shane Doan for the Arizona Coyotes,
excommunicated.
I would be exiled as a host, and I wouldn't be allowed back.
Yeah. All right. How about 2 and 3?
2 and 3. Oh God, it's gonna be tough. I think that's where you can get a lot of debate on because there are a lot depends on which era.
I love the debate. I love it.
It really depends on which era you are a fan of. Although I do want to say the it's tough because I think this player I'm thinking about was a player that was a really big part of the team that brought the Coyotes to a Western Conference championship.
Oh, or almost the Western Conference championship.
Almost a Western Conference championship.
Yeah.
Yes.
2012. Okay, so we're going
yes. But Radim Verbata's got to be up there. I'm not sure if he'd be top 3.
But put him in.
First, fine. I'll put him in there. I'll put Radim Verbata in there. But for a 3,
there's a joke answer here. The joke answer is Paul Bissonnette.
Paul Bissonnette. Oh God. I mean,
Hi, Paul.
Honestly, I would have thought another joke answer would have been Jeremy Roenick, but
anyway, your actual answer. Do we have an actual answer?
I mean, I could make an argument for a current player, but I think it's too early for that. So
yeah, this one's not easy.
It's not. It really isn't. Because I think of the Coyotes. Because again, you can make so many arguments for certain eras. I'm trying to think who else played for well-known played that played for the Coyotes. Not very many. There are very few players who actually were that high status. I think that's why it's hard.
I'll make an argument for Mike Smith.
I mean, goalie goal.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Sure.
Let's
put it in there.
Let's put it.
Let's just put it in there.
Mike Smith, because we're up against it. So I will give my response to that momentarily, and I'll get to that after this intermission. So stay locked in. Now we got to talk about FanDuel. Yay!
My favorite sports book.
Your favorite sports book? Why is it your favorite sports book, Robyn?
I mean, it's the place that you can find everything all on your mobile device. It's very simple.
Every sport, right?
Every sport.
Yeah.
Baseball, basketball, hockey, football.
Cricket,
motorsports.
It has motorsports. Yeah. I don't know if it actually has cricket, but if it does, that'd be awesome. It has AFL. It has Australian rules football. How cool is that?
My brain thought other AFL for a second, but...
Oh, no. Aussie. Anyway, so it has all those sports on there. You could do same-day parlays, all these futures. So all that's on FanDuel. And you can check it out at FanDuel.com/lockedon, where they can get up to $2,000 back in bonus bets
Hey, that's a nice bonus bet to have back. Hey, that's free betting money right there.
Yeah, so what are you waiting for? Go to FanDuel.com/lockedon right now. Check it out. FanDuel is an official sports betting partner of TLOPN. And what should they do, Robyn?
Please gamble responsibly.
Yeah, please do. So, get ready to drink your water because I have a response to that question on top 3 Ducks. So, the number 1 is always tough for me because there's a slew of great Ducks players. You have the Niedermeyers. You have like a great, and they're not even on my list, by the way. Even though like one of them has number retired, I get that. Mm-hmm. Not top 3. So my number 1, it's still Paul Kariya. Look.
Yeah.
Paul Kariya really brought an entire generation of fans to the pond, myself included. Like, I'll admit, like, when I was like playing street hockey, I was one of those kids that like, I want to be Paul Kariya, I'll be Paul Kariya. That was totally me. And that was my guy back in the day. I wanted to see all the Kariya highlights. I mean, that was my first jersey. Actually, no, that wasn't my first jersey. That was my second one. But my first Ducks jersey, the old school logo with the shoulder pads on it. I don't have that one anymore, but a Kariya. But it was really small anyway. But Kariya, still to me, brought prominence to the franchise. And to me, had the most iconic goal in Ducks history. Thank you, Gary Thorne. Off the floor, on the board. Tell me there's not a more iconic goal than that.
I mean, that is a really iconic. I mean, there are, plenty of iconic goals. But I think when it comes to the Ducks franchise, I think, like, if you think of an iconic goal in the Ducks franchise, that's it.
That's it. That's the goal. And it's Paul Kariya all the way. So that's my number 1. Which means my number 2 is going to be Teemu Selanne, who did win a cup with the Ducks.
Yep.
Leads the Ducks in several scoring categories.
Yeah, who has also been around. Like, he's been around other teams. He played for Arizona, too, at one very, very short period of time. Yeah,
and played for Colorado for a bit. I see you locked on Avalanche with your, here's an icon. Make it Nathan McKinnon. No, but Selanne, another terrific player. When you had Kariya and Selanne together, that was a dynamic duo. They made multiple all-star teams, left and right. So I'm going with Kariya, Selanne. And number 3, I'm going Ryan Getzlaf. Now, You could easily make an argument for Ryan Getzlaf being the greatest Duck of all time. But, okay, I've seen the argument. And I get the argument. And there are parts of it where I agree. That's why it's tough. Like, see, for the Coyotes, there's an easy number 1.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
For the Ducks, it's not so clear-cut, is it?
Yeah, because
it's really not.
Yeah, personally, I was going to see if I can ask, out of those 2 players, which is the closest to, like, your Shane Doan.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I kind of hate that question.
Because either one of those could be, I think it's just different generation.
Yeah. First off, damn you, Jared. So Jared just got in there just in time. So this will be the last kind of viewer-submitted question. Thanks, Jared. Power rank your top 5 favorite jerseys. Oh God.
Like, just overall in the NHL, or like
from our teams?
From our teams.
Damn.
All right.
Okay.
Number 1. I think it's pretty easy to me. I think it's a legendary one. The first reverse retro by the Arizona Coyotes.
What? That's your number 1?
Yes.
The
purple reverse retro.
I love that jersey. Don't get me wrong. It's great. But number 1?
I loved it.
Why?
I mean, they turned a absolute terrible jersey. Yes. I'll tell you right now, I am not. You go ahead and take your drink. I was not a fan of the green alternate. It was kind of just too much. But
I didn't hate it.
But the purple it just made it so clean. It made it look so much better. It is I think. I'm not saying I want that jersey full time. It is a perfect alternate. It's just beautiful color. There's a reason why, JD. There's a reason why the logo on Locked On Coyotes is purple.
Fine, I'll give you that. Okay. All right. How about the other four?
The other four. Number 2 is the iconic Kachina.
Yeah.
No, without a doubt. The Kachina is without a doubt, I think. You can make an argument to kind of flip those two, and depending on your viewpoint. This is my own personal opinion.
Okay.
But the Kachina is still iconic. I think without a doubt, those two are you can't be touched. I think anything like 3, 4, and 5 are gonna be good, but they're not those two.
Yeah, this is
right?
such a question, by the way.
But 3 is actually the white Kachina, the away.
Agreed.
Number 4, I think this is where it gets tough. You can really kind of go anything. I know some fans might want me to put their most recent reverse retro in there. I'm not going to put it in the top 5.
Oh, I love that jersey. Okay, go ahead.
It is good, though. It is good. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
It could potentially make it out of the top 5.
All right.
Because to be honest, I think number 4. And some people might get mad at me for this one.
Okay.
Some people might get mad at me for this one, but that classic, not really classic anymore, but that brick red with the howling coyote that was around for so many years. It was good.
And number 5.
It was simple. And number 5. Oh God.
Nice little breeze there.
And people might get mad at me for this one too, with their current alternates.
I'm not going to disagree too much. Those grew on me.
So I like the design. I love the color. I love the sand accent. Mm-hmm. I'm not the biggest fan of the script, but I think for what it is, it really works. And I just think overall, it just screams Arizona.
See, my top 3 is your top 3 also, but number 4, I would have put the reverse 2.0. I like the burnt orange with that. I think it's pristine.
It is good. I do like it.
And the number 5 for me would be the brick red, but with the full body coyote on it. I like that jersey. I like that alternate.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was the only tolerable one of that era that I liked.
The running coyote.
The running coyote. That was it.
I remember that one. That one's been a while.
I kind of hate you, Jared, for this question because I could talk about this for a long time, but we have a little bit more time. So, my top 5 Ducks jerseys. Number 1 is super easy. It's the white, old school Mighty Ducks jersey.
No doubt.
White shoulder patches. The one that we've seen Paul Kariya wear for all of time.
Yeah.
I have 2 of them. I have 2 of those jerseys.
Appreciate that.
I have a replica one, which is a little bit cheaper, and I have the authentic one. So I think that's the only jersey that I own that I have 2 of. Legit.
Nice.
It's a classic. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite jerseys of all time. So that one's easy. Number 1. Number 2 is going to be the eggplant. So the road version of that, just the away version for the 90s.
That was
classic
good.
Eggplant. Love that one. Number 3 has got to be this year's reverse retro. The white version of that with the orange striping. And
that was good.
And number 4, the orange alternate with the Mighty Ducks logo. Notice that I have not listed any jersey that has the current logo on it. They all have the Mighty Ducks logo on it. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah. You know which one I really did like? I like when they redid redid the eggplant. I think what's it been 5 years ago now that they did it?
You know what? No. Dang. That's my number 3. The 25th anniversary jersey, which hangs on my wall for most Locked On Ducks.
With the jade accent.
Yes. Okay, I take it back. That one, the 25th anniversary, is my number 3 jersey. Because that one is always in the background for that. Then number 4 would be, the reverse retro. I kind of want to have fun with my number 5, and I know which one is my number 5, personally.
Uh-huh.
It is Wild Wing Breaking Through the Glass, the reverse retro edition.
Wow. Okay.
What's wrong with that jersey?
I
like that jersey, folks. I really do. It's one of those, it's so ugly, it's cool jerseys. I like it.
I don't know. It's. I really don't know. It certainly has a pick. I think it's like memorable. That's for darn sure. And I think that's something that could go in its favor. But I mean, like, at least you admit it's ugly. But
it's so ugly that it's good. You know what I mean? Like, it's so ugly, it's beautiful. And also, honorable mention, the script jersey from the mid-2000s. The one that says, like, Anaheim Ducks on it. It was, like, black and purple or black and eggplant. That one is a really cool-looking jersey.
Not bad.
The Ducks had some great jerseys up until the Webbed D logo. Before the changeover.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of that Webbed D, but
give the fans what they want. Let's go back to the Mighty Ducks logo, please. Full time.
That'd be fun. I would.
Look, okay.
All right, center ice in Anaheim. You bring back the Mighty Ducks logo, and then center ice in Arizona. Bring back the crescent moon.
Oh, this harkens back. So remember during the pandemic, we're just kind of messing here. Remember during the pandemic when they would show all the classic games on all the networks, and they showed the first ever playoff series for the Coyotes. It happened to be against the Ducks. And I loved watching that entire series because I said that was a goated jersey matchup. You had the Kachinas on one side. You had the Mighty Ducks on the other side. You had the Crescent Moon and the Whiteout at America West. And you had the Foghorn and, like the Rally Towels at the Pond. That series.
Iconic.
Like, looking back, it's an iconic series. With a lot of good players, by the way. Anton Khudobin. Wait, was it Khudobin? No. I actually took a picture of this during the pandemic.
Took a picture of it.
Speaking of questions, just one last one. Why do the Ducks have the most boring goal horn possible? Andrew Schnicker, thanks for that question. You know what? The Ducks could get a better goal horn. The Ducks...
Yeah, that really super deep, like, tone, like...
Yeah, that one.
It's like the really, really low foghorn.
Like, I don't hate it, but it's not the best one in the league.
See, I just love how the Coyotes incorporated the howl into there.
Yeah, the Coyotes one is good. So I actually took a picture of the TV, and I'm looking for it, when it was on TV, because I was excited. And I think it was Nikolai Hobby-Bulin. The Bulin wall. How could I forget? Duh. The Bulin wall, and I'll let you look at it with that pristine mask.
Yep, look at that.
This is one of the goated masks of all time. If we can get a shot of that. It is that. Oh, beautiful. Hobby-Bulin. Classic series altogether.
Yeah, I mean, not just that, just like I said, overall, the jersey, like, the jerseys, just the overall, like, scheming of it all. Like I said, bring back the Crescent Moon.
Mm-hmm. That I would not be opposed to at all.
And again, they can't do it at the moment, so once they get the new place, bring back.
Which, by the way, brings back to the jerseys. Look at the movement for the Kachina, and you know what? The fans dictated that. Remember when the fans dictated that whole move? I think you even mentioned that on your podcast a couple times. Like, look, give the fans what they want.
Yep.
You said that. Give the fans what they want.
That's around the time when they were rumoring to go back to the white Kachina.
I know when it was. It was when we had our first crossover. It was the tri-crossover with you, me, and Sarah.
That's right.
And we mentioned that. Like, give the fans what they want. And back then, it was only rumored that it was going to happen. So, what's your message to Ducks fans about that?
Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing for it, and they'll eventually cave in.
Give the fans what they want. Let's go back to the Wild Wing logo, please. Let's go back to that. Yeah. Oh, fun times, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
I can't believe they actually gave us some pretty good questions.
Oh, really good questions.
So everyone kind of pulled through on that one. So thanks for all your questions on that. Really appreciate it. So, yeah. Any other mess around thoughts, like non-hockey thoughts while we're here for the next 4 minutes?
No, just been, good to get back, getting in some content after a nice vacation for myself, I
don't know if I'd call that a vacation.
Yeah, no, I was off for the last week because I was on vacation, I enjoyed it.
I was off because I had to get okays from the doctors.
Yeah, but that's important.
At least I can breathe normally. That's the most important thing. I can breathe normally again. Y'all don't know how scary that was for a bit there.
Yeah.
So,
but
I'm back, baby.
But on behalf of everyone at the Locked On Podcast Network and especially the Locked On NHL channel, we're glad you're back and we're glad you're okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Whew. Good to be alive. Anyway, I don't know if we have any final thoughts. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think we're good. Yeah. Always good hanging out. Yeah. You're going to come by Coachella Valley at some point.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be there for the preseason game, most likely.
Oh, that's right. We have a preseason game. Yeah, don't forget, fans. Coyotes Ducks. I'm pretty sure we're going to cross over again when that happens because you're going to come over.
I think it's going to be in Tucson first.
There's a game in Tucson first.
And then they go
Acrisure Arena.
Yeah.
So, hey, that could be an idea. Maybe do a show at Acrisure. So, see if they make that happen. They'll allow it. I'm sure they will. A quick one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll definitely allow it.
Oh, yeah. So, we'll cross over again. That game takes place October 1st. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a fun game.
Yeah. So, let's close it out. I'll let you lead on that one. Where can they find you online, all your work, all that jazz?
Yep, you can go ahead and find us wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Google, Spotify, on YouTube as well, and the Sirius XM radio app. You just got to search up Locked On Coyotes. We're on social media on Facebook, facebook.com/LockedOnCoyotes, and on Twitter at @LO_Coyotes. I'm personally at Robyn_Leaño.
That's ROBYN, by the way.
Yep.
Not Robin Sparkles, which is spelled ROBIN with the Y. See, Sarah says Sarah with an H, you say Robin with the Y. You guys aren't doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it every now and then.
So, me personally, you could look up Jason Hernandez on Twitter. I'm at StimpyJD. Show's Twitter is at LO_Ducks. The email address is lockedonanaheimducks@gmail.com. Let's see, Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, Sirius XM, YouTube. Am I forgetting anything? Amazon.
You can listen ad-free on Amazon Music.
How did we forget? Ad-free on Amazon. What else? And they could find me at Acrisure Arena as the voice of the Coachella Valley Firebirds. So I know they're going to hate when I do this here, but let's get fired up! They're going to. By the way, we're in Nevada. We're in Silver Knights / Golden Knights territory, but I don't care because Firebirds country, Western Conference champion. So that's where they can find me there as well. All right. That's all I got.
That's all we got. So we'll go ahead and wrap things up for all my Coyotes fans out there. Just don't forget to
wait. Go ahead.
What's that?
Keep going. Don't forget to what?
To howl on.
And you know what? Ducks, they fly together. And you know what? We'll reverse it. Oh! You got to quack now.
Quack, quack.
Yes.